Hey everyone, this is Randy Pennington. Welcome to the Ultimate Business Summit video. And today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest challenges I believe, and we all believe, is out there today. And it's how do you take the values that are hanging on your wall and actually turn them into behavior and performance that delivers results. Now, I don't know what words you have hanging on your wall, but I'm pretty sure they're basically like everyone else's words on their wall. And the challenge isn't the words we say, it's how we deliver on those. And today, to help us with that, we have two people who I'm sure you've known, and if not, you need to get to know. One is Scott McKain, author of the book, Create Distinction. And the other one is Larry Winget, author, commentator, pit bull of personal development, both Hall of Fame speakers, best-selling authors. And they're going to share with you some ideas that you can use right now to turn that good intention into action. Scott, you kick it off.
Well, you know, Randy, you said the values that most of us have hanging on their wall, and I think you've identified really the first problem. And that is, we might have cute little sayings or nice little things hanging on our wall, but we really haven't defined what it is that's our values to put them on the wall. I mean, most of us will have either motivational posters that, that say things like, when the going gets tough, the tough go home at 5 o'clock or whatever it might be. There's either the motivational ones or the demotivational ones. We've seen them both, and they're so bland and they mean nothing. Or I go into businesses and they'll have the company mission statement on there, which usually includes something trite like, we seek to enhance the value for our shareholders and stakeholders. Well, no one's ever bought a product and service to enhance the value of your shareholders. So we haven't defined what the values are. And it's really hard to be true to values that you haven't defined. So I'm going to suggest that the critical problem that many of these folks are experiencing is because you haven't defined your values, it's pretty doggone hard for your team to know what the values of the organization might be.
Good point. I love it. Larry.
Scott, I almost disagree. Almost. And here's why. First of all, I don't care what anybody has hanging on the wall. I don't care whether it's a mission statement. I don't care what you ever from this point on hang on your wall. I already know what your company's core values are. All I have to do is do business with you, and I know what your company believes. I know what the leadership of that company believes. My newest book is called What's Wrong with Damn Near Anything, and it's about the collapse of core values. And I believe that's the challenge we all face, is that the core values of honesty and integrity and work ethic and kindness and all those things have collapsed. And I see that most in doing business with other people. I see it most when I go out and buy from a company and do business with a company. If you're coming to service my air conditioner, I don't care what's hanging on the wall back at the office. I care about the way your technician interacts with me, whether he shows up on time. If he doesn't show up on time, obviously that is not a core value of work ethic and honesty and integrity within your organization. I know what your company's core values are based on the interaction that I have with your company. It works the very same way with you, with every single one of your customers. Your customers already know, and they don't care what's on your wall. They know what you believe because of the way you treat them, and that's where it's going to start. We try to drive core values down, and I believe core values are already there, and they have to be driven up by hiring and employing and valuing core values in that process of hiring and how we manage.
Well, I want to say too, Larry, to piggyback on that, I think part of the problem is, and I said hanging on your wall. I don't think it needs to hang on your wall. I think it needs to be painted on the side of your truck. I think it needs to be on your website. We've talked about the plumber back in Indiana that has on the side of every van, will show up on time, will smell good, and you won't see our butt crack. Now, those are pretty good values, because when I want a plumber, every plumber is going to say, we put pseudo values on the wall. We're going to be honest, and we're going to have great customer service, the things that mean nothing. What I want as a customer is to know that the plumber is going to show up on time. They're not going to stink up the house, and I don't want his butt crack sticking out in front of my family. what we have to do is to get very precise about who and what we are and then execute it. Customers judge us on two things: promise and performance. What do we say, and then do we do what we say? And it's that matrix that determines whether or not we're actually living the values we espouse.
And I think it's got to go past the wall, past the truck, into the hearts and the minds of the people who actually deliver it. You can't get, and every single person that's watching us right now has had an experience by hiring somebody who wasn't all they were supposed to be and then trying to dictate how they behaved. And we all know that lasts for about that long. You can change behavior in the short term by making the consequences so ugly that they have no other thing that they can do except behave the way you've told them to behave. And it doesn't last because it's not who they are. We've got to get people who automatically, if you never put it on the wall, if you never painted it on the truck, they would want to be on time, they would want to smell good, and they wouldn't show you their butt crack to begin with. It wouldn't enter into their minds because it's not who they are. That's how we change our businesses. And that's why we've got to spend more time on the front end, so especially we're not having to fix it on the back end with that plumber you're talking about.
I see what you did there, yeah.
That's right.
I couldn't help myself.
Too good.
Well, folks, there you have it. I think that's probably a good end to this video at this point.
And Randy, we will be on time. We will smell good, and I promise no attendee will see our butt crack. All right.
Well, yeah, maybe. You know, I'm not sure about the last one. So, hey, folks, if you've enjoyed this conversation, if you like the fact that you get the interaction between multiple people, if you want to go to an event where it's not just one set of ideas, it's multiple ideas building off each other, working with each other, and sometimes disagreeing with each other, you're going to love the Ultimate Business Summit. It's August 16th and 17th in Las Vegas. Go to www.ultimatebusinesssummit.com, and you're going to walk away with 100 specific ideas, including even more ideas on turning your values into reality that drive your business. And we want to see you there in August. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you soon.